Hello and Namaste. Today I want to tell you about an ancient and unique Shiva temple which does not have any of the usual icons of a Shiva temple. There is no Nandi, there is no Dvajastambham, no shrine for Navagrahams, and amazingly not even a Shivalingam. It is a temple steeped in history and with unparalleled beauty. So many people over the years have recommended that I visit the Avadayar Koil in Pudukkottai. I finally managed to go last month. The first thing that struck me as I entered the temple are the beautiful sculptures on the pillars. At the same time, I was also saddened by how badly they were being maintained. This is what I saw as I entered the temple. Look at the beautiful pillars. Also note the cement bags lying between the pillars. Let me take you closer to the magnificent sculptures in the first row of pillars. Here is Narasimha. He has Hiranyakashipu on his lap. His multiple arms are wielding weapons and they mirror the violence of the scene. Notice the detailing here. A pair of hands are tearing open Hiranyakashipu's stomach. Observe the realistic twist of his fingers. Another pair are gripping his head and leg to pin him in his place. Another pair are pulling out his intestines. Again, notice his fingers. He seems to be effortlessly pulling the intestines out with just his two fingers. Above his head, you can see a man hanging upside down from a lion's mouth. On another pillar, there is Muruga, the warrior son of Shiva. He is holding a bow and his foot is placed on his mount, the peacock. Notice the snake hanging from the mouth of the peacock. This is Shiva as Rishabhantaka leaning on his bull. Notice the tongue of the bull licking Shiva's hand. Look at the ceiling now. This is very unique to this temple. The Chettinad region is known for its intricate woodwork. Here is a picture from an ancient Chettinad house that I visited when I was there. The ceiling of this temple has been carved to look like these wooden structures. The rafters, the tiles, hinges and decorative nails are chiseled out of hard granite but look as though they were done with wood and iron. There are ceilings decorated with flowery patterns resembling wooden carvings. It is said that after this temple was built, all the subsequent temples included a disclaimer in their contracts which stated that the structure of Avadayar Koil cannot be replicated. The sculptures of this temple set a benchmark in the art of sculpturing. You can still see the remnants of the ancient paint on the roof. It is a miracle that it has survived all the cement and building material that have been dumped in the mandapam. You can imagine how the temple must have looked when it was fully painted and covered in these vibrant colors. There are many paintings on the walls which are still surviving. Each one tells a story from Shiva Puranam. Look at this beautiful one here. It depicts the story of Shiva saving Markandeya from the clutches of Yamadharmaraja. Here is the story of Tripurantaka, Shiva slaying the three asuras who were tormenting the gods. Here are Shiva and Parvati with baby Muruga in the center. This one is very similar to the sculpture we saw at the entrance. Shiva is leaning on his bull and the bull is licking his hand. There are numerous such well-preserved paintings here. They are in need of urgent protection or it will just be a matter of time before they are completely destroyed. There are many fascinating things about this temple apart from the exquisite sculptures and paintings. As all of us know, Shiva is usually worshipped as Shivalingam. The Shivalingam is usually placed on a pedestal which is called Avudayar. In this temple, you will find only the Avudayar. The Shivalingam is absent. That's how this temple gets its popular name, the Avudayar Koil. Shiva is worshipped as a formless space called Atmanadar. So this temple is called Atmanadar Koil. Atmanadar means the Lord of the soul. This image conveys the highest teaching of Vedanta, that Shiva resides in you as your soul. Look within yourself to find him. This temple is said to have been built by the great Shaivite sage Manikkavasagar. He composed his famous work, the Tiruvasagam, in this temple, whose verses alone make up 8 volumes out of the total 12 in the Shaivite literature. Manikkavasagar was the prime minister of a Pandya king. One day the king gave him gold coins and asked him to purchase horses. When he reached this place, which was then called Tiruperundurai, he saw a sage seated under a kurunda tree. He begged the sage to teach him. While he was learning, he went into deep meditation, and when he opened his eyes, the sage had disappeared. Manikkavasagar realized that this was none other than Shiva and decided to build a temple for the Lord in this spot. He used up all the gold that the king had given him for buying the horses. The king was furious and arrested the sage for his betrayal. Lord Shiva decided to help his devotee. He gathered the foxes in the forest and changed them to horses and presented them to the king. So the king freed the sage. You can see many horses within the temple. You encounter different breeds of horses in different poses in all the mandapams of this temple. In one corner of the outer prakaram, you can see a kurunda tree under which there is a mandapam, which depicts the scene of Manikkavasagar learning from Shiva. Since Shiva appeared as his guru, the temple faces south. This is because Shiva in the form of Guru is Dakshinamurti and he faces south. The temple is really huge, covering an area of 10 acres. You have to walk through 3 prakarams to see the deity. It is constructed so skillfully that the rays of the setting sun fall on the deity in spite of so many layers of construction surrounding it. There is so much more to tell you about this temple. The unique prasadam that is offered to Atmanadar, the formless goddess who is his consort, the 6 sabhas for Shiva called Atita Sabha, the musical pillars, the 27 sculptures representing the nakshatras, the navagrahas carved on the pillars. It would be worth going there in person to discover these treasures. I would like to end with a few more of my favorite sculptures from the temple. Here is Manmata wielding his sugarcane bow. This is his beautiful wife Rati seated on a parrot. This is Shiva dressed as a hunter. His wife Parvati also dressed as a huntress. Look at the intricate headdress. A beautiful yali flanking a pillar. And finally, this is the cutest Rahu Bhagavan I have seen in any temple. That's it from me. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and press the bell icon for reminders. Please share it with your friends and like-minded people. Until next time, Namaste.